Is somebody to come and lift him back up in his spirit. Because, and the only one that could do that for him, that could give him strength to carry on, was the Most High. And no man, woman, or child. And no man, woman, or child. Don't do that to me, brother. Like I told y'all earlier, it's bad enough hearing me one time. Don't make it hard on me. Who is that guy? Sit down. No man, woman, or child. No teacher, no leader, no follower. Nobody is to becoming weak. We are but vessels. We are but dust and ashes. That's scripture. We are but dust and ashes. We are strong, but we are frail. No one, I want anybody to hear me, the best of them is immune to being weak. But when you're weak, there's always something you can draw strength from. And one of the most important roles the Almighty plays in our life is that of strength. That's why the scriptures are written and say, He is my rock. What is a rock? Well, depending on how big the rock is, you sometimes can't even lift it up. But depending on that rock is solid, where it can't be cracked. You can lean on it. Father Jacob said he made his pillow a rock. Huh? Yeah. Huh? Yeah, a couple of times. He slept on rocks. Yes. And believe it or not, it was therapeutic because they didn't give, they didn't sway. Like you think about your regular conventional pillow. I'm not going far away. Stay with me. So after so many years, you got to throw your pillow out because it wears out. It gets soft, and it doesn't give you good stabilization to your neck. That's why you don't have a good night sleep because it's not firm. Well, that rock is firm. We might look at it and be like, he slept on it. Yeah, that was probably some of the best sleep he ever received in his life. I can also lean on the rock, and it's not going nowhere. In other words, it provides strength. Well, that's why we give the euphemism to the Creator that He is our rock. And not only is He our rock, He is our rock of all ages. He was Moses' rock. He was Abraham's rock. He was Job's rock. He was the children of Israel, Joseph's rock. He was Daniel's rock. He has been and is the rock of ages. So that's who we turn to for strength. Because we are not great on our own. And we can, in periods of weakness, we can become doubters. We can be corrupted. But instead of, oh, what a friend we have, oh, what a friend you have in Yah, there to lift you up. Or you might there to pick you up before you even feeling down. That you won't be corrupted. Once He finds you special in His sight, He does not want to lose your spirit. He does not want you to be corrupted. And we have to carry the same zeal and fervor. Remember, I said the other week, we found out that when we get blessed, you have to protect your blessing. Huh? Yeah. See, we just been told, oh, you blessed. Yeah. And then we go on our way. No, once you bless, you have to protect that which you have received. You have to earnestly want that which you have been blessed with and will defend it. That's why y'all chose Yaakov and did not choose Edom. Because Edom had a blessing. He had the blessing. Esau had the blessing. But he did not want the blessing. He did not cherish the blessing. It did not mean nothing to him. And that's why in the face of his life, he said, what is this birthright to me? If you want it, you can have it. It means little to me. But a man who has something, who cherishes it, he will protect it. And if the Almighty means something to you, if the Almighty means something to you, that means we got a fight on our hands. Hallelujah. That means you have a fight on your hands. If he means something to you, you have to protect your relationship with the Almighty. Because there's factors that'll try to come in and tear it down. Just like there's factors that'll try and come in and tear down a marriage. Well, if it means something to both parties, they're going to go to work to protect that marriage. So that it don't be corrupted. But because we can be corrupted if you look at Deuteronomy 32, verse 1. I used to be Israel. No, you still are. You just a little confused.
Chapter 32.
Been corrupted.
Verse 1. Give ear, O ye heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth.
Because those two things, believe it or not, even though tainted, even though man is trying to taint them, them two things cannot be corrupted.
Oh,
even though man pollutes the air is showing us right now that it's going to rebel against man. Even though it pollutes the land is showing us right now it's going to rebel and fight back against man. And that which is polluting it. That's why Moses called these two great witnesses all the time. Oh, heaven, give me your ear. And oh, earth, hear me when I speak. For my doctrine shall drop as the rain, and my speech shall distill as the dew, as a small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon grass. Go ahead.
Because I will publish the name of Yahweh. Ascribe ye greatness unto our Elohim.
Because no matter what, I'm going to come to you in the name of Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
And give greatness. Give greatness to his name.
Hallelujah.
If I can't tell you nothing else, if I can't make the sense out of nothing else, if I can't give you the understanding out of nothing else, it suffices for me to open my mouth and just say the great name and praise the great name of Yahweh. If you ask me why men do what men do to each other, I can't tell you. But I can tell you, praise Yah. That he's a savior of men, even from men. I can ascribe greatness. If I can't answer none of your other questions, you got me baffled, I can ascribe greatness and leave that with you. I don't know the answer, but praise Yah, we're going to find out together.
Hallelujah.
Brothers couldn't tell me nothing, but he said, praise Yah, we're going to find out together. That's a wise man. And I will give greatness unto our Elohim.
He is the rock.
Don't get weary. You can't make out. I'm with you. Don't get weary that you don't have an explanation for every single thing that has happened. And then it turns you off. It zaps some of your spirit. It take away some of your zeal that you used to have in following the Most High. Well, I can't do that no more. They burnt me out. They burnt you out. You better go get a refill.
Hallelujah.
That's why we come here.
Hallelujah.
That's why when we put our head in this book, that's why when we study and meditate in this book, it's a recharge.
That's right.
That's what it's meant to be.
That's right.
Don't let nobody burn you out.
Hallelujah.
Snuff out one of the only lights of positivity that's walking around in the world.
That's right. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Hallelujah.
I'm teaching you right now. Since you're receiving it. Let that be done. Let them burn out. He that be planted in the courts of Yahweh's house shall flourish. Like the palm tree. They should be as upright as the palm tree. Verse 4. What does it say, brother?
He is the rock.
Is he your rock?
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
His work
Is perfect.
perfect.
For all his ways are judgment. An Elohim of truth and without iniquity. Just and right is he.
Huh? He's just. He's right. He's without iniquity.
Hallelujah.
He's the truth. And throw that term around on men. We used to be on court. He's the truth. Now he's the truth. He's the truth. Now that's why he just turned the ball over. Every day going down there scoring. Huh? No, he ain't the truth. Yah is the truth though.
That's right.
But then look at what he says. And look at what he says. It establishes all that because it's going to let us know that if you find something that's wrong, like I said, we walk. And I told one brother, I used to tell him all the time when he was walking with me and picking when we converse, I said, let me tell you, there's a book. There's this book. And then there is life. Now, that's not to discredit the book. He understood at the meantime what I was saying. There's a book, but there's life. In other words, that means your life is real. The book is real, but your life experiences are real. And you have to bring the book over into your life. It's not just something where it's on a mantle and you're reading it and then it's segmented and then it's not a part of your life. That's why these are called testimonies. Testimonies to help you with your real life situations as you walk in your life. That's why he said a book of remembrance will be written for them who have lived, testifying to their life. That's why Job said, oh, that a book. Because he didn't have one right there. He didn't know. He said, oh, that, am I telling the truth? He said, oh, that a book was what? Written. To tell people my story. And y'all said, that's exactly what we gonna do. Because your story is a great testament that men will need in their life. So this book is not corrupted. Maybe in totality, it's not all the way perfect, but it's not corrupted to the degree where we dismiss it or think that it's flawed beyond compare, where it shouldn't give us the guidance that we're seeking on how to live, especially in this day and age. For the corruption in this world is not Yahweh's. It is the defect of his children, number one. It's the defect of the people that he left his word in the hands of.
That's right.
People want to talk about the Bible and King James. He tainted it and he did this, he did that. No, the corruption came long before King James. The corruption came at the hand of the very people the Almighty put his word in. And that was years before King James would ever be born. The book was falsified by the pens of wicked people who turned away from the Most High Yah. Falsified. Falsified by men. And it's testimony there, falsified by men like Jeroboam, who told the people, although it's written, they must come to Jerusalem. It was told, sister, they must come to Jerusalem. Although it's written, Yahweh said, Jerusalem is where my dwelling place is. Jeroboam told the people what? No, we're going to make a new plan. And you don't think he has somebody to write that down? Even though we don't have it in a book outside of scripture, because we have it in scripture, but you don't think they chronicalized it? It wasn't written down that now you should come to Bethel and Dan and these other places to worship? Because he wanted to take the people away from, take their minds away from, take their spirit away from what?
God.
Yah. And Jerusalem. So this became corruption in Israel. This became corruption. Not of Yah, but of his own children. Even today, we want to look and say, oh, the white man gave us Christ. But I'm going to tell you the truth right now. The corruption came from us. Because it's in the book. It's in Ezekiel. Where he said, I looked and the Almighty showed me the hole in the wall. Huh? Huh? Y'all with me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Huh? And in the hole in the wall, when I looked in the hole in the wall, what did I see? I saw every abomination you could think of.
Yes, sir.
I saw sun worship before they gave it the title of JESUS, Christ. I saw sun worshipers. I saw men turn their back on the Most High.
Yeah.
Worshiping idols.
Yeah.
These were Israelites I saw.
That's right.
In the hole in the wall. Before a man was even born. What do you want to call him? JESUS, Yahshua, or any other thing. Before this concept came over, our people was doing it. And the Almighty said, since you indulged in it, I'll give you over to it fully then, in a land not your own. Where not only will you serve these idols, but you'll serve wicked men that serve these idols and serve themselves, and they will rule over you for your corruption. The corruption continues to be ours.
Yes, sir.
So the fault of our plight is and continues to be us.
Yeah.
Corruption is not Yahweh's. It is the defect of his children, of a perverse and crooked generation.
Do you thus quit Yahweh?
Will you try to make Yahweh answer you? Oh, you foolish people, and you unwise. Is not he our Father that have brought us? Have he not made us? And is it not of him the only reason why we know we Israel?
Hallelujah.
We did not establish this.
That's right.
No man established this. Unlike First Baptist, Second Baptist, Unitarian movement, the Protestant movement, the Libertarian movement, the Episcopalian movement. Notice I say movements.
Right.
Because that's what these churches started off as. They started off as movements away from the Roman Catholic Church, who held sway on everything. Men such as men like Martin Luther, Tinsdale, sought to break away from mainstay church and created movements that became denominations.
Go ahead.
That's how you became Baptist, Methodist. Then blacks had to create a movement. So you became AME, the African Methodist Episcopalian movement.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Because they had to move away from the Southern Methodist Church,
Yes, sir.
where you found your Klansmen and your hate mongers. And you couldn't even go and worship, although you was worshiping the same God. Although you came in to worship JC, they say not here. So you had to form your own through a reconstruction. And the so-called abolishment of slavery church had to get your own movement. But this wasn't a movement. Israel is not a movement. That's why I say we are not a civic group.
Right.
We are not a church. I don't even like you. We're not an organization.
Hallelujah.
You talking about a nation of people that exists. They are much a nationality as the German, the Italian, the French, the Hungarian, the Japanese, the Chinese. There's no dues to pay. No monthly dues. You don't jump in this and jump out of this. If you don't acknowledge it, it don't change. Calling my sister, Yah rest her soul, in one of her songs. What I am is what I am. Yahweh has made us. You can no more renounce being Israel than the man in the moon. And so weariness can't take away from the fact that you are, is, and always will be Israel. We must persevere. Go back to Psalms 137. Don't give in to corruption. Don't give in to doubt.
Right.
Don't give in to fear. These are all things the Almighty, this is why he told us that these are all things he told us, don't let it have dominion over you. If you're going to fear, he said only one thing that have the fear of great dominion is fear me and let me be your dread. Everything else, put it in my hands. Because if it's meant for you to have, I'm going to give it to you. And no man, no thing, no it can stand in your way. So don't let nothing be a roadblock for you. It's just something you either got to kick it down, jump over it, go around it, whatever it takes. Because if you're with me and I'm with you and it's meant for you, you're going to get it. Thank you again.
Thank you, yeah.
Do I pray for the peace of Jerusalem here in Babylon? Yes. Yes. And we get ready to clear it up. Go ahead, brother. By the rivers of Babylon, there we what?
What?
Sat down.
And when we remember Zion.
When we remember who?
Zion.
Zion, and Zion is another name for Jerusalem. Zion is the high hill in the city of Jerusalem or Jerusalem. You understand that? Jerusalem is a city. Zion is a hill. It's a high hill. It's the hill where the house of Yahweh was built. It was built on a high hill in Jerusalem, where it could be seen once you come into Judah, and once you come into this, it could be seen from miles around. When we remembered Zion, we wept.
We hanged our hearts upon the willows in the midst thereof.
So we hung our hearts up. They said we hung our hearts up. We didn't feel like entertaining. Now, we all love entertainment, and it has its place. But that's why Almighty says, in times, he said, I take music away from you. I take mirth away from you. Because there's a time and there's a season for all things under the sun. And in the distant, or not so distant future, the Almighty going to take mirth and happiness away from us. See, we got to know what time it is. We're going to return, but in the return, we got to know what time it is. We got to go through some dark days for a real return. See, right now, that's why it ain't been a real return. I'm going to speak. I'm going to speak what others may not want to speak, but that's why it ain't been a real return. We've been throwing functions, we've been throwing get-together, we've been doing this, but it ain't no real return. I'm just going to keep it real. And you ain't got to like it, but today I am. It ain't time to play no games. And it ain't been no real return because we ain't really went through nothing to make us really return. So when we do return, we return, and and Brother Aaron in it, so I ain't teaching like I'm exclusive. I'm teaching because I'm in it. We return and we like to laugh, and there's joy and smiling and singing and jumping around, and we just eating it up. But y'all might say, when you return, how I want you to return, it's going to be with sorrow of heart, heavy heart, great pain. Ain't a lot of smiles.
Right.
When I afflict you. But when I afflict you, that's when you're going to seek me. And when you seek me with all your heart and all your soul, all your mind, that's when you'll find me.
Right.
But that's when it won't be all this lip service. That's when you'll be true to your brother, true to your sister. That's when your words gonna mean something.
Hallelujah.
I love you.
Hallelujah.
No, not why you got it good. You don't. You're faking.
That's right.
But when I put this on you, and you can't get out, and your brother all you have, well, you gonna mean something then.
Yes, sir.
Brother to brother, eye to eye.
Yeah.
It's gonna mean something then. Then should you see eye to eye when I bring you back my way.
Hallelujah.
So the way you come back, you don't see eye to eye. Huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we're gonna melt that thing down today.
Hallelujah.
Now I'm not averse to us trying. But like I said, I'm gonna keep it real.
Hallelujah.
Because I'm tired of it, because that's why I never go no. They say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing,
over and
the
over,
same way,
over and
over and over, but you expect something what?
Think you'll get a different result.
Huh? Now I know the coming. The Almighty showed me the coming together. That's when they lock us up with them barbed wire fences where you can't get out.
They call that place FEMA.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh? Like we are. Because see, some of us don't even know we're prisoners. Even though the word said you're a lawful captive.
That's right.
I ain't no captive. I be free. Now we free to a degree.
That's right.
Huh? But it's just like that leash, like I said, I got on my pup. He get to roam around, but if he hit a certain point, that bad boy tug on him. He say, "Oh, I got to come back." Ain't so free. I see it out there where I could, if somebody take it out, I could just. But now that I go so far, we there, we there.
Yes, sir.
And so there's gonna come a time where we got to, and we will do what? Verse 2, we'll do what?
We hang our hearts upon the willow
Uh-huh.
in the midst thereof.
When we in the midst of, we hang them up. That's why you got some young brothers, and they ain't really advertising it, and they do right not to. But you have some young brothers, and they start to retire in the midst of all this confusion and chaos. They starting to retire in the prime of their career from playing football. I mean, they made it to where they wanted to get to. All them years of sweat, blood, and tears and sacrifice of their parents, and they made it to where many don't get a chance to make it to. And because of what's moving in the earth, their conscience is awakened to them where they said, this really don't matter to me no more. I thought it mattered. They're getting that Isaiah spirit.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
I labored in what? Well, young brother, I labored in vain. I spent my strength. I'm finding I spent it for naught. Because it didn't change my condition or the condition of them around me. I can still get pulled over if I don't have all the fame.
Right.
And they'll still harass me. Like a lot of them are.
Right.
Because they're not the household name star.
Right.
Or I'm riding with my homeboy and they come over my house and say, man, you'll never guess what just happened to me. What happened to you? Man, they just X, Y, and Z. So a lot of them, or some of them, starting to see it. And they say, man, we ain't entertaining them no more. And I have money. And I put a wise man with me to keep the money that they did give me so I can start getting in now and helping my people. Go back to the inner city and helping other young men and show them it ain't just about running and toting this. We're going to do this thing with intellect.
Oh, God.
We're going to truly change condition, how we even think.
Right.
And we're going to build something for ourselves, not waiting to get something put in our hand.
That's right.
So they becoming inspirational speakers and motivators and going back into schools and trying to uplift young men to get educated minds and heads and not just be used for your physical prowess. And if you're going to use your physical prowess, use it to really do something to help build your people. Of course, they don't want to broadcast that.
No, they don't.
Verse 3.
For there they that carried us away captive required of us a song.
That's all they ever wanted. That's all they ever wanted. That's all they ever wanted. They love the djembe.
Yeah.
Even though they don't have the spirit of the djembe, they loved it. When they heard it in the, we have a spirit. That's why we can move to it. And they look, they said, man, look at them. Wow. What they doing? I don't know, but it's exciting. Well, when they got on the ship, that's what they said. They said, it ain't so bad. I know we just threw 50 of you overboard, but it ain't so bad. Matter of fact, why don't you sing? And when we didn't sing, they throw him overboard. You gonna sing now? And when God's here, come here. We know you just got off the field, but we sure enough love that jig you do. And we throwing a party. Come and do it. Like I said, I ain't talking about nobody. I'm just talking about what's real. They love it. We love it. Cause we appreciate our artists.
Yeah.
Case in point, we appreciate them. But the kind of admiration we have is a little different than what they had.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And the reasoning behind what we have. We love our Arethas and our Luthers because of they sing all we long. They sing to us. Did they sing their songs to you?
Yes, sir.
You felt what they were singing because they sung about the same thing you were living.
That's right.
Huh? That's why they don't have nothing today, y'all. Poor son. That's all y'all got to look at. What they say? We don't know, but we're and that's how y'all walk around life. But they sung how we was living. I want some respect.
That's right.
Huh?
No, that's right.
Just to be loved by you.
Yeah.
See, these are things we was feeling that if you didn't know how to talk, you put that little arm, put that penny on that, you sit down, let it play. Then you look. That's what I was trying to tell you. Huh? So I don't mess it up. That's what I was trying to tell you. Now everybody good. I'm speaking to y'all talk to me now. Huh?
That's right. That's right.
Huh?
Hallelujah.
Where the record player was playing all morning long while you was cleaning and cooking. And these were wasn't no song about somebody getting shot and brutalized. It was some love. Love is all we need. Love will get us through. Love, 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 love. So much love if you didn't have a choice but to love.
Yeah.
He punched me in the eye. Yes, he did. I love him. I know. So that's why we adjourn. But they love because, and I'm gonna tell the truth. And I ain't saying all of them. I'm talking about the ones that beat, that hold control. They love it because it make them this.
Yes, sir.
And this is their bottom line.
Right. Yeah.
And that's why my sister was so great. It was a funny story. They told me when she said, she would tell them, if you don't have this, I ain't saying. You ain't using me. But it says, verse 3, for there they what? Carried us away captive, required of us a song.
And they that wasted us required of us murder.
Required us to be happy, and they still do it. They still do it. Oh, why y'all so upset? Everything all right? Did you just see them beat that man for no reason? I ain't talking no particular incident. I'm talking period, because it's going on all the time. So I can't bring up no one particular incident.
That's right.
But we watching news, I'm watching news, and I'm getting mad as hell.
Right.
They done beat a man, he ain't did nothing, and they just whooping him. They whooping him worse than they whoop. They don't whoop a dog like that. He bit somebody up and down, and then fool, come here, BT. Come here. Man ain't did nothing. They whooping him like I can't even get no adjective out of my mouth.
They beat the brakes up on.
And we look at the same newscast and they say, why are you mad?
Right.
I don't understand.
You must have done something.
You don't understand that. Be happy. How? And that could be me. Right? That could be my son. That could be my brother. Huh? I'm even take it one further. I wasn't even happy when I saw the text of how they beat that boy, the white boy down in Georgia in the middle of the night. Then shot him. Middle of the night, pulled him on the side and was whooping him. And then he wrestled back with, and then they finally just said, you just hear, bah, 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 bah. I said, these cats, because it ain't, like I said, don't get worried, it's about wickedness.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because you're going to have to be able to know how to define things. Because I'm upset when I heard about the cop in Baltimore that beat the brother up there, one of the most recent ones, and he was black.
Yeah.
Black cop. Or the one that punched the young lady, and he was black. Black cop. And some of them get so caught up that they gone. But they said said on us, sing us one of the songs of Zion. And then he said in 4,
how shall we sing Yahweh's song in a strange land?
That's why I'm glad I found that picture. All I gotta do now is get it downloaded. I got it on my phone. I found that picture that Murray had of all the brothers outside of the temple standing there. That black and white photo. Because that was one of my favorites. I found it. And I just gotta get it blown up. Oh, thank you. Bless you, baby. When they took that picture, you don't see a lot of teeth. You see them standing outside that building, and they standing there with the sternest look on their face. And they standing there with the most sternest look on their face because of the times that they was in. Those are stern times. But they said, how should we sing Yahweh's song in a strange land? Some of the songs that we sing that is given over to Christ need to be taken back. But them was Yahweh's song. When the saints go marching in, that was Yahweh's song. That was a song of Zion. Hallelujah! That was a song of Zion, of Yahweh. Soon and very soon, we're going to see, that was a song of Zion. A lot of songs were stolen from the Almighty.
That's right.
Like they call it in the music industry. Pleasure, we're going to take them back.
Hallelujah.
But they belong to Him.
Hallelujah.
Then verse 5, look at what it says.
If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning.
Now here's where I'm going to establish, yes, I pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Where he said, what again, brother? If what?
If I forget thee.
If I forget you.
O Jerusalem. Let my right hand forget her cunning.
Now let me give you my rationale. Somebody take me out of my house. And I know it's my house. And they take me down the street and they confine me where I can't get to my house. But I can see my house. I know my house. I know where it's at. And others have moved into my house. When I look on my house, should I look on it and say, I don't care about it? I hope it fall in on them. They shouldn't be there. I hope it fall in on them. Should I be like that? No. I do pray for the peace of my house. I pray that every day that you run, I see them never pull up to my house. And I pray that I can get out of here where they got me and I can return to my house. But I want to have something to return to.
Hallelujah.
I don't want it to be desolate, overran, in utter ruin when I return to it.
Hallelujah.
I want to return to something. That's why the Almighty told the children of Israel, even when he would bring us into the land, he said, I will not rid it of all the people all at once, least the wild beasts do what? Overrun it. Y'all remember that?
Yes, sir.
He said, but little by little. That way, when you go in, it ain't in such a bad condition. I pray for the peace of Jerusalem. I do not pray for the people in Jerusalem.
Hallelujah.
I pray for the peace of Jerusalem. I do not pray for the imposters. Well, let me take that back. Brother Aaron does pray for his enemies. I'm unlike a few and unapologetic. I do pray for my enemies. I pray that Yahweh destroy them.
Hallelujah.
With a double destruction.
Hallelujah.
That's what I pray.
Hallelujah.
I do pray for my enemies. I just pray that Yah destroys them with a double destruction.
Yes, sir.
And one of the favorite prayers of I have for my enemies is Psalms 109. Turn this brother.
Hallelujah.
You pray for your enemy, brother? I pray for I do too. I pray. Double speed.
Hallelujah.
Yes, I pray that Jerusalem be all right. But I pray that, and part of praying that Jerusalem be all right, I pray that he exterminate that which is keeping it any other kind of way.
Yes, sir. Hallelujah.
Because it can't be all right till Yah come and till his people. His people.
Hallelujah.
His true servants
Hallelujah.
go back. And that's what we pray for.
Hallelujah. Yes, sir.
And we pray this, Psalm 109.
Hallelujah. Psalms 109, verse 1. Hold not thy peace, O Elohim, of my praise, for the mouth of the wicked and the mouth of the deceitful are open against me. They have spoken against me with a lying tongue.
With lying tongue.
They compass me about also with words of hatred.
They always around with words of hatred.
And fought against me without a cause.
Without no cause. I can see he did something to him, but without no cause.
For my love, they are my adversaries. But I give myself unto prayer.
What else am I to do? I can't start no mini revolt. And my brother said, it don't matter how many grenade launches we go out and get, how many gun shows we go to and buy ammo. That ain't gonna do it. That ain't gonna cut it. Brothers, if you're listening, brothers, if you in brother see it, that's not gonna cut it. That's not gonna cut it. And it's not that I'm telling you not to, or just lay down and let somebody, but that's not gonna cut it. They got weaponry, technology far more advanced than you'll ever know, just waiting to be broke. They like kids, pardon the refrain, like kids at Christmas morning. Can't wait, open up the package that they got and play with the new toy. You don't know nothing about it. Not only that, people talking about revolting. We ain't ready here or here. I'm gonna say it to you again. You ain't ready here,
mentally,
and you ain't ready here.
or spiritually. Or
And you have not the spirit.
right.
But part of the spirit of war is to accept the fact that you might not come back, that you might become a martyr to inspire others to win the battle.
Hallelujah.
We give. Man, drop right there. We give. Here you go. Well, man, I thought you said ride or die. Yeah, we rolled all the way to there. You see him now right there? Here we give. But no, when men were famous, that's because they rolled on.
That's right.
1,000, as he said, 1,000, even scripture, 1,000 shall fall at my side. What you think he was writing about in euphemism? Man, I've seen thousands fall, but I kept going through the fray to get to who I was after. And then Yah gave me victory.
Hallelujah. Verse 5. And they have rewarded me evil for good.
And I don't want to go past 4. So now my weapon of war is prayer. I give myself to prayer.
Hallelujah.
Over this great enemy and enemies. Go ahead.
And they that have rewarded me evil for good, and hatred for my love.
Things that are abomination. To reward somebody evil when they do you good. And hate them when they showing you love. That's not sin, that's an abomination.
Yes, sir.
Then look what he says in his prayer.
Set thou a wicked man over him.
This is how you pray for your enemies. Set a wicked man over him.
And let Satan stand at his right hand.
And let Satan be his buddy.
When he shall be judged.
When he's judged.
Let him be condemned.
Let it all come down on him. I ain't gonna have no pity for him. Let it all come down on him.
And let his prayer become sin.
And when he pray to you, let it be sin in your sight. Don't regard it. He regarded not the prayer of them that are righteous, so don't regard him.
That's right.
Let his days be few, and let another take his office. Because he was oppressive. Let his children be fatherless. Because look how many children's fathers lost their lives or was taken away from them by his hand. So let him be fatherless. And let his wife become a widow, since he loved making widows. Let his children be continual vagabonds, and let them beg, as he had others begging. Let them seek their bread also out of their desolate places. Let the extortioner catch all that he has, and let the stranger spoil his labor. Let there be none, again, let there be none to extend mercy unto him. For he knew not how to be merciful to others. Neither let there be any favor to his fatherless children. Let his prosperity be cut off, and in the generation following, let their name be blotted out. Let the iniquity of his fathers be remembered with Yahweh. Let not the sin of his mother be blotted out. Let them be before Yahweh continually, that he may cut off the memory of them from off the earth. This is in comparison, and this is in composition, and this is in companionship. What we read about when we read last week about Lucifer.
Yes, sir.
Totally destroy him. And why? Because that he remembered not to show mercy, but he persecuted the poor and needy man, that he might even slay the broken in heart. As he loved cursing, so let it come to him. As he loved making other countries desolate, let his country become desolate. As he delighted not in blessing, as he delighted not in advancing others with the ability that he had to help other nations, to bring other nations up, were they not third world? Well, as he delighted not in blessing, don't let nobody bless him. Don't you bless him. Let his house burn when it starts burning. I'm not adding fuel to it, but let it burn. I'm not getting no water to help put it out. Where was he to put the flames out in other people's house? It was nowhere to be found. No, he actually went and got sticks of dynamite and threw it in so that they would blow up. As he clothed himself with cursing, like as with his garment, so let it come into his bowels like water, and like oil into his bones. Let it be unto him as the garment which he covered himself, for a girdle wherewith he girded continually. Let this be the reward of my adversaries from Yahweh, and of them that speak evil against my soul. But do thou for me, O Yahweh Elohim, for your name's sake, because your mercy is good, deliver me. But he's drawing a line. He can only ask the Almighty to deliver him because he's not like them that he praying the Almighty afflict. You can't be like them that you praying to the Almighty afflict and ask the Almighty to deliver you and you just like them. You got to be different than what they are. Because why save you when you like them and endure you when he can endure all of you together? He said, but deliver thou me, for I am poor and needy. And my heart, what we talked about earlier, and my heart, I make this declaration, I am poor and I am needy. I know what he's talking about here. Yeah. And my heart is wounded. You don't think my heart been wounded? Not no one singular heart been wounded with situations and things that's happened. But there's balm in Gilead. There's a physician in Israel. There's a savior. There's a healer. Yeah. I am gone like the shadow when it declineth. I am tossed up and down as a locust. My knees are weak through fasting, and my flesh, it fails of fatness. I became also a reproach unto them. When they looked upon me, they shake their head. Help me, O Yahweh, my Elohim. Save me according to your mercy, that they may know that this is your hand, that thou, Yahweh, have done it. Let them curse me. Hallelujah. But bless thou. When they arise and see me, let them be ashamed. But let your servant rejoice. That's why I said, don't let nobody get the best of you. Don't let them drag you down. Because then when they rise, they say, aha, aha. This is what we look for. We got it. We got to him. Nah, when they arise, let them see Yah's servant standing, shining, rejoicing in their King. Let my adversary be clothed with shame. Let them cover themselves with their own confusion, as with a mantle. I will greatly praise Yahweh with my mouth. Yea, I will praise him among the multitude, for he shall stand at the right hand of the poor to save him from those that condemn his soul. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Let's turn to Isaiah. Eleventh chapter.
Hallelujah.
Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Psalm 122, right? And 6. Said pray for the peace of Jerusalem. And then not only did it say that, it said when you pray for the peace, let's read that, because it said when you pray for the peace of Jerusalem, what was the promise? They shall what? They shall prosper. That what? That love thee. But what kind of prosperity? The prosperity of making it home.
Hallelujah.
I pray for the peace because the peace has to come back to Jerusalem. And that's where I want to be. That's where I want to go. So that's the vision. Where there is no prophetic vision, people perish. So when I'm praying for the peace of Jerusalem, I can also see that peace. I can see them streets. And my brother was saying, where our daughters are playing, where our sons are playing. I can see. Did I tell you, I can see this. So I don't doubt it. I can see this in Isaiah 11.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, verse 6.
Hallelujah. The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf, and the young lion, and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them, and the cow and the bear shall feed. Their young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox, and the suckling child shall play on the hole of the ass, and the weaned child shall put his hand on the contrite den. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain.
Is that not something to pray for?
Hallelujah.
Is that not a vision that you can envision to pray for?
Hallelujah.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes,
Y'all
sir.
talk to me now.
Hallelujah.
The wolf with the lamb. The leopard with the kid. The calf with the young lion and the fatling together. With all of them out there with a little child.
Hallelujah.
Close your eyes.
Yes,
So
sir.
maybe you don't know what to do when you're praying. Because praying sometimes is more than just words.
Yes,
You have to
sir.
close your eyes. That's why people pray and their eyes are closed, because you have to envision what you're asking for.
Yes, sir. Hallelujah.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Can you feel it?
Yes.
Then it can become real.
Hallelujah. Praise Yahweh.
Y'all. Cow and the bear shall feed. Their young ones shall lie down together. Lions who eat straw like the ox. Sucking child playing on the hole of an ass. The weaned child put his hand in the adder's den. He just reached right down in the hole, as far as his little arm can take. No harm. Not a single strike. But they shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain. Not only the peace of Jerusalem are we praying for, we're going to pray for the peace of the earth. Because look at what y'all said. They will not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, for the earth shall be full of the knowledge. All peace everywhere.
Oh, God.
Mission. That is it. I ain't gonna say that is his mission.
Yes, sir.
But it just said till Shiloh return.
Hallelujah.
In other words, till him who bring us peace return.
That's right.
That's the Messiah's job.
Bring peace.
To bring peace.
Hallelujah.
That's why later he will be called the Prince.
Of peace.
And this Messiah is a warrior. He gonna know how to bring peace.
Hallelujah.
As it said right there, David brought peace to his king of his mouth.
Hallelujah.
And them different spirits the Almighty give him. And he's gonna fight a war that's better than the physical wars you read about him fight. But he will not have lost his talents from the Almighty. Go to Psalm 144.
Hallelujah.
Going on a higher plane.
Hallelujah. Psalm 144. Blessed be Yahweh, my strength, which teaches my hands to war.
And I gotta read that because which teaches my hands to war, showeth my fingers to fight. People are talking about they warriors and fighters, and they don't know, and that's why we lose. Yeah, man, talking about we gonna march, we fighting a good fight. Don't even know the rules of engagement. Don't know how to fight. Because y'all have not instructed them. You can't get trained by no better instructor than the Most High Yah.
Hallelujah.
You can give me 10,000 Bruce Lees, and they can't match up to how Yahweh train you.
Right.
How to throw down.
Hallelujah.
Say Yahweh teaches my hands to war, my fingers to fight. My goodness and my fortress, my high tower, my deliverer. He my shield, and he in whom I trust under me. But sometimes I got to fight with my people. Ain't the enemy without, it's the enemies within that act crazy sometimes. Them the ones I gotta smack around one nut. So Yahweh has to subdue even them. Then he asks questions. Yahweh, what is man that you take knowledge of him? Or the son of man that you make account of him? For man is like unto vanity. His days are a shadow that pass away. But you bow down the heavens, O Yahweh, and they come down. You touch the mountains, and they set on fire. You cast forth lightning, and you scatter them. You shoot out your arrows and destroy them. Destroy man. Send your hand from above. See, this is part of what he means by asking the Almighty first to fight his battle. Send down thy hand from above and rid me. Deliver me out of great waters, from the hand of strange children. Notice he didn't say, send me the ballot box. Send me the vote. Send me protest. He ain't say none about none of that. Send me governors and senators that if they don't sound right and do right, I'll tolerate them for 2 years and then I'll put another one in there because he comes to me with the lies that he gonna do better than what his predecessor did. And then when he get in and he don't do nothing, he say, yeah, I'll try, but see, it's gonna take me longer and I don't have many years to fix what he tore up. Get out of here. Send me your hand from above. Touch me. Take me. Deliver me out of great waters from the hand of strange children. And that's whose hands we in. We're in the hand of strange children.
Yes, sir.
With strange ways. Strange thinking.
Yeah.
Whose mouth speak vanity. They open it and it don't mean nothing will come out. And the right hand that they extend to you is a right hand of falsehood.
Yes,
same time they shaking your hand, they stabbing you in the back.
yes, sir.
When you deliver me, I will sing a new song unto you, O Elohim. I'll dedicate the song to you upon the psaltery, and an instrument unto you. For it is he that giveth salvation unto kings, who delivered David his servant from the hurtful sword. Rid me, deliver me from the hand of strange children, whose mouth speak vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood. Do this and deliver me. Remember, and see that he repeats that twice. And he says, and do that. Separate. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now and again, he's called, this is a call a little bit for separation. We got to move. He said we got to move, have a movement away from coming together with people that's strange. I'm talking about all people that's strange. So we can find our own ways and find our own path and chart our own course and destiny. Because when we do that, and until we do that, until we know what's right for us as a people, we won't know what's right for us or anybody else. We won't be able to be no good to nobody else till we figure out how to be good for ourselves. So rid us, help us, deliver us from these sons may be as plants grown up in their youth. Rid us so we can start teaching our boys it ain't all about the hustle. I know they had a song years ago, it's all about the hustle. Little rap artist. Can't knock the hustle. That's what it was. Can't knock the hustle. Yeah, you can. When the hustle doing so much damage. Now, if it's a hustle that's doing great things and helping others, no, you can't knock. But when it's a hustle that's tearing us down, I can knock it all day long. We got to teach the right way. Huh?
That's right.
That our son may be plants grown up in their youth, that they don't be cut down, mowed down while they're young.
Oh, God.
Because that's why they're young. They're little stem.
Yes, sir.
That our daughters may be cornerstones,
Oh, God.
polished after the similitude of a palace.
Yeah.
But we might not know what it look like, so we might have a good with precious stones laid in them. But that's what he's saying. The palaces, and how the palaces have precious stones in them. And when the sunlight would hit them, it would shimmer, it would shine. They said that's what we want our daughters to be. We want to be like precious stones that when the sun hit them, when light hit them, they shimmer, they shine. Why are our daughters walking around today and they're not shining? They're not shining. They walking around with pent up frustration, anger, hate, doubt, fear. They're not shining. They're not shining because we lost our way. That our garners may be restored. Then he repeats it again. Notice he only said it one time about our sons, but he's going to repeat it again about the women. That our daughters may be thousands and 10,000s. You read when the Almighty called, it was peace, the city of peace, but it was the place, it was the happening place. That our oxen may be strong to labor. Then look what he says. That there be no breaking in. There be no going out. That there be no complaining. Y'all looking at me like I'm crazy now. I must be reading something for me. That there be no complaining. You ask me, are they complaining in College Hill? You better believe it. Leave your door open if you want to. You're going to be complaining. Avondale, you're going to be complaining. Bellevue, Covington, Ludlow, you're going to be complaining. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
That's right.
Huh? You're going to be complaining.
Yes.
Amongst the distinguished. And I live in Sycamore Township. You're going to be complaining. When John will get done calling the cops, you're going to be complaining. When they get done spray painting, you're going to be complaining. You're going to complain. But this wasn't talking about running to somebody amongst us, because we are people that should be able to live around each other and enjoy life just like everybody else. We shouldn't have to run to Sycamore Township, Indian Hill, Amberley Village, and think that their water is colder.
That's right.
We should be able to live in Over the Rhine, Twin Terrace. I don't care how tight the house, we should be able to live and not complain. Matter of fact, live better than strange children.
All right. Hallelujah.
Is that people that is in such a case. That's why we do live. We need to move, man. They done expanded this section and we can move. Huh? But the problem's gonna follow. If it's a problem with you, the problem don't follow. Huh? I know you stay out there with the rich folks. I said, man, we rich. Wow, I didn't know that. But it was what they considered upscale. But they changed the dynamics now as they allowed people to move. Now, let me move from this community came with them. So it ain't just where you, it ain't party, it's what you bring to the party. You can't come party, man, they ain't got no food here. Did you bring some? Ain't no place. Did you think about stopping and bringing something? What do we bring? Is all we bring is chaos, bedlam, mayhem room? 3.5 bags if you want. You'll be gone inside of a year, but it'll be in such shambles.
90 days.
Holes in the wall, food all over the place. If you don't have nothing about yourself. And I went to school, we used to talk about a young man. He stayed downtown, and I was in that crowd. He wasn't sweating bullets when it came into the school year, like I was. And me and my partner that was laughing, did you pass? Nobody want to reveal their report card because they scared they was. Did you pass? Yeah, I passed. Did you pass? Everybody peeked. He didn't have that because it wasn't where he came from. And I venture to say, because I'm ashamed to say it, if y'all have been with him, he probably have made a better life in certain respects than I have, in certain respects. And that's only justice because you reap what you sow. As I made fun of him, see, that's why I said I ain't ashamed to put that out there. Look at me now. That's what look at me now. So when people make fun of you, don't let that define you. Keep pushing to what you have to do, and then let them, that's what that song was saying. Then let them come back and look at you in a different state. And you say, look at me now.
That's right.
It was holes in my shoes. Ain't no more. Do you like them? Yeah, I was the brunt of all your jokes. Well, not now. It's all cool. Y'all just didn't know what you did. So what you got getting mad at? Hey, you done made it. You blessed. Huh?
Hallelujah.
Y'all with me?
Hallelujah. Yes, sir.
I'm trying to uplift us. Huh? Trying to uplift us.
That's right.
Tupac said, you black, you ain't got nothing to be crying about. Well, I'm going to say it better than that. You Israel. You ain't got nothing to be crying about. It's just the fact that you're not in Jerusalem with the Almighty right now. But if you blessed, let's go be blessed. Let's go get yours and hang on to it.
Right.
You was somebody's joke, but you it now. Live it. I like to live this song that I sing about. Like that I sing about in my song. Huh? Huh?
Hallelujah.
Happy is that people in such a case. Yea, happy is that people whose Elohim. This is why we ain't happy. Because our Elohim is everything else.
Everything else.
And all other people, we ain't happy.
Right.
But happy is that people. That's why I said, where they at? Where they at?
Hallelujah.
I'm searching. Where they at? Happy is that people. We need to see them. They need to be manifested. Who's Elohim? Who Elohim? They have made. Found him. They have made them the Elohim. And when they did, they built communities. And we got not one single police call. We look, they live so impeccable, they never called the police to come in and police them. We got so worried that we just did drive-bys just to go and see. They just drove up, woo! They asked us, why y'all come here? Who called you? Nobody. We just want to know why y'all don't call us. We don't need you.
Hallelujah.
Don't need us. No. And they told us, here goes some donuts, parting gifts. Go over there where they need you. And sent us away. Happy is that people.
Hallelujah.
They govern themselves. They're so different. They're so unique. They're like the people in the book of Esther. king. They different. They different. Huh? Oh, I wish we could get there.
Yeah.
Huh? We will?
Anytime.
We will?
Yes, sir.
With what? With prayer.
Yeah. In prayer.
With prayer. With Yah. Peace. Now that you know what? Because like I said, we're going to pray for the peace of Jerusalem without praying for the people and the imposters. We're not praying for their peace. We're praying for them to be moved so that peace can come. Because here's the last thing I'm going to like to start stuff. Heard that initial. Yes, he said pray. Now, me and Elgin, now we on the same page. We just have different ways of explaining.
Oh, yeah.
I pray for the peace of Jerusalem. For the peacemaker, we must first get rid of the peace breaker.
Oh, yeah.
Huh? Peace breaker. Hmm? Burn, baby, burn. Huh? Yeah, on fire. And him who is in our land today is a peace breaker, confederated with another peace breaker. That's why they call it a Judeo-Jewish Christian society. No, it's not an Israelite Christian society. It's a Jewish Judeo-Christian society. There's a difference. Because there's a difference between a Jewish person and a Hebrew Israelite. They are not the same. Jewish man is the peace breaker. And he must go along with the Gentile that backs him for the peace maker. Book of Obadiah?
Yes, sir.
That's what, brother. One chapter.
Hallelujah.
Tells so much.
The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith Yahweh, heard a rumor from Yahweh. An ambassador is sent among the heathen, up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised.
Brother told me they just attacked, the Jewish state just attacked. Let me tell you, they like the bully on the schoolyard. There you're going to look up. They all going to be waiting for you.
Yes.
Banded together. And they're going to whoop your tail.
Real good.
They all. And that's what he's saying here. I have made you small among nations, and you are greatly hated, despised.
Thou that dwellest, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? This is
the vision and the words to Edom, right?
Yes.
And notice Edom, entity of Edom, he's talking just like Lucifer.
Yes, sir.
Sounds just like Babylon.
Yes, indeed.
Those two are tied and are today tied at the hip. Keep going.
Though thou exalt thyself among the stars, then will I bring thee down, said Yahweh.
Is this one of the greatest scientists from a man known and blessed in prophecy, where y'all might say you will live by your sword. You will have dominion, balance. As I tell people, the men that furnished the furnaces that they burnt the people in, them was other European Jews. Treasuries, so Hitler could conquer Poland, Austria, Russia, parts of Russia, and wherever else he was laying his army. They were genocidal, homicidal, maniacs. I'm not being derogatory. This is your history. about you.
That's right.
Go ahead.
If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough?
Honest thieves only gonna take what they get just to satisfy.
That's right.
Go ahead.
If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grape?
After they've been filled, they're gonna leave off.
How are the things of Esau searched out?
That's why he's letting in knowledge be increased. Things is coming out year after year, day after day. They coming out. Secrets are being revealed.
That's what they hear.
All the men of our confederacy have brought thee even to your borders.
The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee.
They deceived you that set you up in 1946, some say, or 1948. It don't matter. But they deceived you.
And prevailed against thee. They that eat the bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. In that day, saith Yahweh, even destroy the wise men of Edom, and understanding out of the mighty men, O T-man, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
Is that not also the judgment again on Lucifer?
Yes.
I want you to see how these two parallel. Prepare slaughter, and Luke, when we read in Isaiah about Lucifer, Babylon ruling Babylon, he said, prepare slaughter for his children.
Yeah.
Well, here the same judgment is placed, that he be cut off by slaughter. And why? For the violence against your brother Jacob. Shame shall cover thee, and you shall be cut off forever. This is part of the peace process. You ever heard that term on the new peace process?
Yeah.
Well, it's a process. A process means it has to happen over a period of time. But it's part of the peace process. You're going to start seeing things. You see nations start forming and start attacking. You say, what is this? Verse 11, you should be cut off forever. In the day that thou stood on the other side, in the day the strangers carried away captive his forces, foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem. Even you decided to join them. But you should not have looked on the day of your brother in the day he became a stranger. Neither should you have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither should you have spoken proudly in the day of their distress. And you should not, he repeats, you should not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. That's why they look so much like you when they mimic what they're doing. That's why they had the Magen David. That's why they have the menorah. That's why they have the arrangements that they have. That's why they make an attempt to wear the ZZ. They trying to mimic you, and this is what y'all might say. You should, because when they went in, they saw how you was, and they trying to mimic you. And and then they even took some of what we had,
Yeah.
and passed it down from generation to generation. Said, this is us.
That's right.
And people will believe this is us. But they took it from you. The Creator holding them still accountable, saying, you should not have done that. You should not have entered in the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. You should not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. You should have left it alone. Neither should you have stood in the crossway to cut off those that did escape. Day of distress. For the day, for now is coming to you. For the day of Yahweh is near upon all the heathens.
Hallelujah.
Not just no one. And when I say stop talking, and people, I'll see you just talk, this is the white man, this is the white man. Stop talking.
That's right.
Christ said, all the heathens, all the wicked, and some of them gonna be of color. I'm gonna repay them all back when I come. Thing you better get right with you, like my brother said earlier, is that you don't have heathenistic ways found in you. You don't be wrapped up with them, because I'll destroy you as well. But the day of done, it will be done unto thee. Your reward will return upon your own head. For as you have drunk upon my holy mountain, so will nations go, and not even men. But upon Mount Zion was the own. There. And remember, we said that's a what? Upon Mount Zion will be deliverance. And then look, there will be holiness. And the house, their possessions. The house of Yaakov, it will be fire. The house of Yosef, it will be a flame. And a fire and a flame need something to burn. So the house of Esau will be stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yah has spoken it. They of the south will possess the mountain of Esau. They of the plain of the Philistines will possess the fields of Ephraim, the field of Samaria, and Benjamin shall possess Gilead. The king shall possess that of the Canaanites, even unto Zarephath, and the captivity of Jerusalem, which is in Sharephath, to possess the cities of the south, and saviors to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom will be with eternal peace. So yes, I still pray for the peace. I still pray for the peace of Jerusalem. The comments? Yes, ma'am.
Shalom, everyone. Shalom. I'm just glad to be here. I think that's time. I just want to praise God for His goodness. But I heard something this morning, so I got a little startled because there's never any commotion right in the complex right here. And so son told me, let's go see what's going on. I'm gonna make sure that I'm safe. And so I opened up my door and struck yeah. And they were, they had speakers and microphones, and they had so many of them, and they were attracting so many different people. And so I was going to my sister's house because I heard them was about to get ready to come to Bible class, make sure her and kids were ready. And so I'm minding my business, I'm about to get. And I was walking, and the brother said, sister, put the towel. And I'm like, he's talking to you, but keep walking. So I keep walking. And he just got loud. And everybody just, he on the microphone, so everybody's like, okay, well, who is the sister with the towel? And so I'm like, oh my God. So I just keep walking. Like, no, you said, he was trying to ask me certain things, and I just, I really wasn't on it. And I just said, he was asking me, well, you can't, why you wearing tassels? And, can't keep stopping because y'all don't have to land. You know, just a bunch of nonsense. And so he had the microphone right there, they were recording. And there was another sister right there who was going to California. And he was trying to talk to her, you know, and at the same time saying something to me. And I was like, well, this is the Dawson Cross problem, right road. And so he got on his microphone and just was, you know, saying all kind of stuff. And I know how I forget. You know, and I prayed God that he kept my mouth closed. I was upset. A little upset. I was more hurt that there's hundreds of y'all out here and y'all taking people away. And but one of the sisters, I prayed God this one of the sisters he called, you know, he was trying to ask her some questions. Pretty much he was trying to make Yahweh seem as if Yahweh shouldn't be followed because he just wants that we should have leaned toward. He had to be the right sister right there because she said, oh, you know, no, I believe in Yahweh. I used to go to the house in Israel, California, and I was so happy to hear that because he was just, it was crazy. It was kids, adults. It was very, it was disturbing. Yes, it was very disturbing. And I didn't know, you know how sometimes you put y'all in a situation, you're like, man, I can't believe I did that. Or, you know, and I was just so saddened by that whole situation. And so one of them got on the one talking, you know, about the sister right here, don't say nothing to her. She gonna say something mean to her. She gonna look like she this or that. And I knew it. Who I picked me up today, they was just all walking and just staring at us like we just was bear meat or something. But it was understandable because out here, there's hundreds of y'all out here. Y'all not gonna do y'all get people to agree with y'all. But even though it's so many of y'all, it was only like before he came, it was only going that way. I let it be known that Yahweh is one. He stands alone. He's gonna always stand alone. He's gonna always be one. And so, brother said, "Well, we stand on the Christ of the New Testament. And that's what we can't be that or whatever." And it wasn't, you know, true. So, like I told them, I don't care what y'all do. You know, it's sad, but that's y'all right. That y'all going down, and I don't care. And one of the brothers was just, as I was talking out in peace, you know, they all on my porch, all on my, you know, they're just right there, just going out. And I'm so upset now because y'all walked away from y'all. Now y'all coming out on my porch, and y'all saying this and y'all saying that. And it was kind of, you know, I was not intimidated at all. But it was just the fact that y'all were trying to intimidate me. And so, another whole time other spirit kept it, it just tripped me out because I'm like, why? I'm walking up to y'all all big men, and y'all just come on my porch, and y'all stand this and y'all stand that for the most part. Really kept my cool. I pray y'all for closing my mouth up because, you know, you don't want to, I forgot what the scripture was, it tells that even a little foolishness is drown out your will. And so I'm like, I do want to keep my words few. I don't want to. They came on my porch like we was out together. You know, like we were all on the same mission. And that really bothered me. Like it really bothered me because I'm not on this. And this is my Sabbath day. And y'all bringing that craziness around here. You know, and y'all need to get on about them. And so then I said, y'all must be church. And so then the brother got a little upset, you know. But I wanted them to just move, you know, just leave. Because, you know, I told you this too much idolatry going, like this is not the place. This door, this porch, and this little step is not the place for that. But it was just, you know, it was just big because I thought I was gonna shut my door, lock my screen. You know, I thought it was just gonna go in the kitchen, sit at my table, be quiet, and just wait. And that he moving how he moving. And there's a lot of things we're gonna have to feel, a lot of things we're gonna have to go through. But all in all, the good thing is Yahweh don't get his glory. Whether you give it to him or if you take it. You know, either way you're gonna get it. So we have to better be, you know, just volunteer our services and just get, you know, like that. Be obedient. And I said, I got people trying to get to ask me. Well, I was serious. That's, you open up my mouth, what is she doing? What is she on? Because they came like that. You know, I'm on my porch, trying to down talk me, and you know, I'm like, nah, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna, it's not gonna work. I just want to praise God for Jesse. I'm glad, you know, nothing happened. No one was hurt. From regular, no one was hurt. The situation got very, 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 very.
Come around the stove, thinking they were trying to get him to say something.
They don't do that with a man. Like that whole, when he came, the whole spirit was completely different.
Well,
You know, completely different. Like,
and there's a saying that I picked up from Murray. That's why I reflect on times that I was with him, and I hold on to it. And the saying that he used to love to say, I chuckle every time he would say it. He said, it's the empty wagon away. And you say, man, what is that coming down the street? And when they get to you, you look in the back, and there ain't nothing in there. Spiritually empty, number one. Knowledge is limited from the Almighty. But there's a total brother coming in. See, that's when a man has to start. It's when he have nothing and he have no defense. And he can't hold in reasonable, intelligent conversation. All they have now to hurl at you is insults. Insults. You can be above that. Yes, ma'am. I want to take sister's hand, and as she commenting, then we're gonna break. I want you to turn real quick to 1 Samuel, because I want you to see something in 1 Samuel. 10th chapter. Yes, ma'am.
So, like when I try to talk to him about certain things, like I see him, I don't never see him on Facebook. But he said he is. He said he should buy everything. I asked him one day, like, why don't you wear your fringes or nothing like that? So he told me I do. I wear them on the Sabbath. So I said, no, if you ever you're supposed to wear your fringes every day with everything you do. I said, every time you see my husband when he's at work, when he's going to work, you see him with his uniform on and everything. So I was telling him, I'm a woman. Okay. So you're supposed to pray your friends. Nobody else is supposed to know that. You know what I mean? You're supposed to keep the Sabbath the right way. I asked him, like, you keep the Sabbath in the house. He said, yeah. I said, so you know, you're wrong for that. You're supposed to, you know, that he's coming with me with love and not coming with you. So I told him that. I tell him, like, you maybe you talk to my husband. And he has a friend that you can they talk to. So he tell me, like, well, he tried to talk to my husband before, and basically, my husband's strong-minded. Like, I tell him, like, if you believe in what you say, because he tell me, like, I said, well, if you believe in what you say, why don't you come, you know, maybe you come to one of our conferences and, you know, spread the word of whatever comes to my word, whatever, you know what you're saying is true, and it's real. He said, no, I tried that before, and as I'm talking to you right here now, it sounds like you just coming to me with a lot of frustration, but I'm trying to talk to you better. I'm like, you're my brother, you don't even, and people don't even know it, because you don't know your friends, you don't rock the Sabbath right there, nothing. So I understand exactly how you, but he talked to me in those ways, whatever, but when you see my husband, he's running away. So, watch you on.
Watch you on. And the 11th, you got 1 Samuel 10.
Hallelujah.
25.
Verse 25. Hallelujah. Then Samuel told the people the manner of the kingdom and wrote it in a book and laid it up before Yahweh.
Yeah, now, around after he anoints Saul. But I want you to hear these words, what it said. It said, then Samuel told the people the duties or the manner of the king. And see, what happens is there's two different messages, and that's what I was talking about earlier. And it's somewhat baffling. These cats are down there because I know them, they say, what's that thing? UIC. United in Christ.
Israel united in Christ.
Israel united in Christ. I say, now, wait, hold it. Stop. I say, shouldn't that say Israel united in Yah? Huh? So it's right there, y'all facing somebody else. And the only one that can bring us unity, if you really understood, the only one that can bring us unity is the Most High Himself. Huh? So right out top, you got strikes against you. And what happens is when the people down there hear your message, they truly hear a return to Yah. When they hear their message, you tell them the true manner of the king. In other words, the true duties of man, which is to fear Yah and keep His commandments. What they doing? They ain't doing nothing but what you can get every Sunday morning.
Yeah.
That's what they doing. And I know what they do, and I know how upset they'll get because I've been on the phone with them. They get all upset. He said, but Samuel told the people the duties of the kingdom, and he wrote it in the book, and he laid it up before Yah. And Samuel sent all the people away, every man to his house. And Saul also went home to Gibeah. And there went with him a band of men whose heart Elohim had touched. But the children of what?
Of Belial.
The children of Belial, children of low base men, they said what?
How shall this man save us?
See, low base people, they might be searching. That's all right too. We at 8471 Anthony Wayne Avenue. So if you want to gather somewhere, we got plenty of room. We got a lot of empty seats. You come gather here.
Hallelujah.
Children of low men. And if you got another deity in your heart and the sight of Yah, you're a low man. In His eyes, you're low. If you got anybody else before Him, above Him, worshiping Him, in the eyes of Yah, you're low. That's why He called them children of Belial. That's what He gave to anybody who establishing another deity. They low, they base men. He said, if you find them in the city, He said, deal with them. That's in His law. That's in His commandment. Because if they're going to establish something other than me, they are low. So, and they are low. Because that's why they'll start hurling insults. Because they're low character. People disagree with me all the time when I talk about scripture and talk about, but I don't get our pie. Look at here. You look. You say, I go, okay. You just don't see it. Let me tell you something, you will see it. I live on the high ground. Because I done left him with the word of the Almighty. And He's going to establish His word. I don't have to insult you. Because you don't see it. Like the brother was on the phone with me. Yeah, you were pimping in there. Man, come on, stop that now. I'm going to hang up the phone if you got the kid. Yeah. That's the brother I've got out of this conversation. About a half a year later, Almighty took him. I don't know what He took him through, but a half a year later, the brother called me and said, man, because it was a three-way party. He said, you'll never guess who I got on into me again. I said, I know. I don't know what happened. He called me. He told me to call you tonight. Brother got on the phone. Brother Aaron, I said, yeah. That was real bad of me. I was, yeah, but I didn't hit that night with, no, they don't mean nothing. No, because you said some pretty bad things. I want you to relive this for me. I need to take you back down memory lane. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I remember that one too. Do you remember when you said this? He had to eat all that. See, you got to eat all that. Huh? Now he wasn't getting off that easy, just no, that was bad. I ain't pimping nobody. Yeah, I didn't mean that. I know, okay, bro, but you should. I told you, yeah. Because that was horrible. Because it's not that. You don't see it. I don't see it. Somebody gonna see it. But I know I can sustain my argument. You the one who. And as far as them standing on it, let them stand on it. That's what the false prophet said when Elijah confronted him, said, call on him.
Where he at?
He said, where he at? He said, y'all ain't hollering enough. Y'all ain't loud enough. And then he said, well, you doubt mine. That ain't enough water. I want you to doubt him some more. Huh? See, I just got a little different mindset nowadays. I want you to doubt him some more. I want you to tell me y'all ain't, I want you to stand firm in Christ. But when y'all do this, like that fire came down and burnt up the wood with all that water that was downspout. Then your eyes. Because sometimes I had to retract. Sometimes seeing is verifying. Not believing, but verifying.
Hallelujah.
When you see it work, you won't doubt no more. It's something to what he was saying. So yeah, keep doubting. Because he's gonna work in your day. Though it was told to you, you would not believe. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Let's adjourn.
Hallelujah.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir. Good. Good. Excellent first hand. Excellent first hand.
We got some questions from someone new. For before we adjourn, you want to introduce your guests or the family that's with us?
Hallelujah.
Don't be shy. We all
This is a king, queen, and empress mom.
all right. Hallelujah. Yeah.
And I was asking her every day, like, did you yeah.
Elder.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
They that trust in Yahweh shall be as Mount Zion. The mountains are round about Jerusalem. So Yahweh is round about his people, from henceforth even forever. For the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous. These the righteous put their hand unto iniquity. Do good, O Yahweh, to those that be good, and to them that are upright in their heart. Hallelujah.
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 Hallelujah. Praise
Praise
the mighty Yahweh. Yah is righteous all the time. Amen.
Thank you.